This is a representation of the two biases. So as you can see here, the black and white bias. So this is the target of the potential disinformation, and then they are given the option to choose between option A and option B, while option C, D, and E are not even considered, even though they are legitimate options. So that is the black and white bias, in which two options are considered as the only two options and everything else is disregarded. Now the confirmation bias, it has some similarities with the black and white bias. However, the decision is not made based on two choices that seem the most obvious or the only two options that are given. However, the decision is made on what is convenient to the observer. So in this example, for the observer, for the target of the disinformation, options A and B are convenient. So the observer wants this to be true. These two options support what the observer already believes. In contrast, options C, D, and E do not support what the observer wants to be true. So then the observer only wants these two options to exist, and they disregard everything else. So now, when both of these disinformation tactics, both of these biases are exploited at the same time, so when a disinformation campaign uses both biases concurrently, then that can lead to more complex disinformation, that it is harder to spot, and that it is more effective. So at the end of that disinformation campaign, even if the observer, even if the target is aware, even if they become aware of the disinformation, they are very likely to not address it and to accept the disinformation because that is convenient to them.